Hello students, welcome to the channel Brain Drain. This video is for class 10th maths chapter 2 part 1. So chapter 2 is related to polynomials. This topic you studied in class 9, that what are polynomials, what is the highest degree of polynomials, coefficient of polynomials, types of polynomials. So these basics you have already studied in class 9. So I will just tell these basics in a very short way. So first of all, what are polynomials? Polynomials are the algebraic expression, any expression, if in that expression the power of the variable is in whole number. If in any expression power of the variable which is there in the expression is the whole number 0 to any number, then that expression is called polynomials. So I want to give you the examples. You tell me any expression. Suppose 2x raised to the power 5 plus 3y. What are the variables in this expression? X and y. So this variable power is in whole number, that is 5, and this variable power is 1, so this is also in whole number. Okay, so this expression is polynomial because the power of the variable is in whole number. Now you tell me, if I am writing 12, this is also polynomial or not? Yes, this is also polynomial. Why? Because suppose there is a variable x and the power of this variable is 0. 0 is a whole number, and what is the value of variable raised to the power 0? The value of this is 1. So 12 into 1 will become 12. So this is called constant polynomial. But this is polynomial. Don't say that this is not polynomial. If you have variable, then this expression is polynomial. Not. This is also a polynomial. This is called constant polynomial. But only keep it in your mind that the power of variable should be in whole number. Like if I am telling you that 2 upon x plus 3y, is this polynomial? No. Why? Because when we will shift x in the denominator, its power will be in negative, and minus 1 is not whole number. This expression will be 2x raised to the power minus 1 plus 3y. So this is not polynomial. Clear? So this is polynomial in two variables. This is polynomial. This one is constant polynomial. Now the next point is highest degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial is highest degree of the variable in the given polynomial, because according to degree of the polynomial we always classify the polynomials as linear, quadratic, cubic and biquadratic. So linear polynomial is the polynomial if the value of power of the variable is 1, means highest degree of the polynomial is 1. So you give me an example, 2x plus 3. So variable is x and the degree of x is 1, and highest degree of this polynomial is 1, so this one is linear polynomial. Now quadratic polynomial, 2x square plus 5x plus 3. There are 2 times variable in this expression, but the highest degree of this polynomial is 2. So this one is quadratic polynomial. Cubic polynomial, when we have highest degree as 3, 6x cube plus 3x square plus 9 plus 2x. So highest degree of the polynomial is 3. So that's why this one is cubic polynomial. And when we have highest degree as 4, we call it biquadratic polynomial, or we can say quadrinomial also. So highest degree will be 4. You can take any example. So highest degree of this polynomial is 4. So this one is biquadratic polynomial, or you can say quadrinomial. Clear? Now the new point for you is zeros of polynomial. Zeros, what is the meaning of the zeros of polynomial? The simple meaning is the zeros of polynomial is the solution of polynomial, means answers of polynomials are called the zeros of the polynomial. You take any example of the linear equation. Linear equation I have taken here, this is 2x plus 3. So you take 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Why I have put this polynomial equal to 0? Because we are finding the zeros of the polynomial. So zeros of the polynomial means is the value of variable by which keeping in this value in the polynomial we will get answer 0. That's why the value of the variable in the given polynomial is called the zero of the polynomial, because by keeping this value in that polynomial we will get the answer 0. That's why we call the values of the variable zeros of the polynomial. Clear? Again I am repeating, we in any polynomial, linear, quadratic, cubic, the values of the values of variable x है, y है, which variable is there in the polynomial, the values of x are called the zeros of polynomial, because when we will put these values in the polynomial we will get answer 0. Clear? So how to find the zeros of the polynomial? You have already done how to solve an equation. This is also equation. There is left hand side, right hand side. So x will be equal to minus 3 by 2. So it means minus 3 by 2 is the zero of this linear polynomial. Now you can check 2 into what is the value of x. What is the zero of this polynomial? Minus 3 by 2. So you put the value of x here, plus 3. 2 can cut by this 2, so minus 3 plus 3 will be equal to 0. So by keeping this value in this polynomial we are getting answer 0. That's why minus 3 by 2 is the zero of the given polynomial. So zeros of polynomials are the values of variables of the given polynomial. Clear? Now we will study about the geometrical representation of polynomials. First, I have taken the linear one, geometrical representation of the polynomial. In the 9th class also, we studied about the linear equation. Linear equation graph is always a straight line. We studied in class 9 the chapter linear equation in. So, in linear equation, when you draw the graph, the line is always straight. So when we have straight line, it's of linear polynomial. Okay, and you know that this one is x-axis and this one is y-axis. So it means this straight line is intersecting x-axis only at only one point. So there will be only one fixed value of x, and this is intersecting y-axis at one point. So there will be only one fixed value of y of this linear polynomial. Now you come to the quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial geometrical representation means graph representation will be in the form of upward open curve or downward open curve, like this also. This curve is called parabola. We call this curve as parabola. This parabola shows the representation, graphical representation of the quadratic equation. You can see this parabola is intersecting x-axis at 2 points, and quadratic equation highest degree is 2. So we will have x values also means value of variable also 2. So, and this graph is also intersecting the x-axis at 2. It means there are two values of x in this polynomial. Now you come here and see the graphical representation of cubic polynomial curve. So this is intersecting x as 3 points and cubic polynomial highest degree is 3, so it will also have 3 values of x. So these are the geometrical representation of the polynomials: linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. So here I have taken some examples for you. These all three are the geometrical representation of the polynomial y is equal to px. Px means x. Now by this graphical representation they are asking the number of zeros of this polynomial. It means there is px written, it means they are asking the values of x, means how many values of x, how many zeros of this polynomial will be there according to these graphs. So you come to the first one, because they are asking value of px, it means zeros of these polynomials of which have only x as variable. This is because these all are the graph of y is equal to px. So you can see in this graph is intersecting x-axis only one point. So in this question the number of zeros is 1. What is the answer? 1. Number of zeros is 1 because this graph is intersecting x-axis at one point only. This one also intersecting the x-axis at one point only. So number of zeros 1. So answer is 1. And this graph is intersecting x-axis at how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of zeros of according to this representation will be 4. So these three types of graphs I have shown you. So now you do the first exercise of this chapter, exercise 2.1 of NCERT. The graph of y is equal to px are given in figure 2.10 below for some polynomial px. It means they are asking the zeros in which polynomial only x is the variable. So they are asking x values. So you will see only that graph is intersecting x axis at how many points. So you can see this graph is not intersecting x axis, so the number of zeros will be 0. Okay, so like this you do the whole exercise. And for the next concept of this chapter, don't forget to see part 2 of chapter 2. Thank you.